Welcome to Supers Live. This is the Supermodified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series. And tonight, we're at Phoenix International Raceway for the Supers Copper World Classic 17, presented by Kern Motorsports at the JP Memorial West Coast Supermodified Reunion. Good evening, everybody, here on March 30th. 2021. I'm your host, Bob Gangwer, and we are excited to be able to bring you super modified racing from the Desert Mile, the jewel of the desert, as it's known, Phoenix International Raceway. Tonight's event brought to you by Kern Motorsports. Kurt Kern, a lifetime Supers member, former race director for Supers, and organizer of the JP Memorial West Coast Super Modified Reunion. That's going to be held this spring, well, late spring, early summer. June 4th to the 5th at Meridian Speedway in Meridian, Idaho. And we invite, it's such a cool event. They're actually racing the Super Modifieds, run what you call open comp type event. And you'll be able to see them run at that great racetrack in Meridian, downtown Meridian, Idaho. Home track to Davey Hamilton. And you'll be able to see a lot of the old super modified racers from the camera days, as well as NSRA and WSMRA and USAC super modifieds, Californians in there as well. And of course, Jeff Russell will be there too. So invite you to stop out there at Meridian June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The racing happens on the 4th and the 5th as part of Diamond Cup as well. I believe that's Diamond Cup weekend. And practice night on the 3rd. And that's really the great night for the Memorial Reunion, because that's when everybody gets together and hangs out, has a good time, and does some great bench racing out there. But you want to go to facebook.com/groups/old supermod guys or old super guys, and you can check out the group. Ask to be invited to join the group and see some great photos of the old days at Meridian and in Utah and West Coast Super Modified Racing. So just a neat deal. You'll see a lot of cool dudes out there. This race here tonight is one that Kurt Kern was a flagman for. He was a race director for. He was president of the NSRA, WSMRA when the Supers ran at Phoenix International Raceway. Phoenix International Raceway built for open wheel cars. For those of you that are newer to racing and haven't are used to what you see now, it's now called, well, it was called ISM Raceway. Now it's back to Phoenix Raceway. We call it Phoenix International Raceway because that's what Buddy Joe called it, and he was the one that came up with the idea for this marquee event, the Copper World Classic. It means so much to these guys here tonight because it's modeled after the popular Copper World Classic that was held annually at Phoenix International Raceway from 1977 to 2009. And this track was specifically built for open wheel racing in the West. It had a road course at one time. It's been drastically changed, and many of the super modified fans and open wheel fans have been changed to the detriment of the track. Took a lot of character away from it, including the old Goodyear crossover bridge. It used to go from outside of turn 4 into the infield. That's how you got in during events. It was a neat spectacle to be able to stand up there and watch the super modifieds and all the other cars go around. The super modifieds were part of the Copper World Classic from 1984 to 2002. With 1 year off in 1991. On a couple of occasions, the Supers ran without wings, and others, they ran both wing and non-wing together at the same time. Even sprint cars competed with the Super Modifieds out there. So, tonight's version, our version, the 17th annual, we're trying to give you fans the best of both worlds by running both types of cars on the same night. You'll see wing and non-wing cars here tonight. Davey Hamilton, who we mentioned earlier, has the most Copper World Classic wins with 5. Troy Regier has the record for most wins at 3 in a row. And Doug Sawyer out of Navarre, Ohio, was the very first winner of the Copper World Classic. Lonnie Adamson was the last winner of the Copper World Classic. So there's some real super modified history for you. And we've run pretty much the same format since we began this race back in 2004. And it's very similar to the old WSST, NSRA, WSMRA format. And we're using this format at Kern's request since he has come on board as a race sponsor in 2004. So tonight we're racing at the Desert Mile. We've got a couple of 8-lap heat races ready for you. And then we've got our non-wing 25-lap feature, and then our wing feature. We'll take a quick break in between to reset the servers. The drivers will get in their wing super modifieds and come back out onto the track. Let's give you, though, a little bit of a background on the history of the super modified Ultimate Pavement Racing Series at Phoenix. Our Copper World Classic champion will be crowned tonight, and they accumulate points for both feature events. The driver with the most points between the two features will be crowned our Copper World Classic champion. Dave O is the defending Copper World Classic champion, and since 2016, we've used this wing non-wing combined format to crown our champion. Ray San Jr., Joe Offset, Nelson Rodriguez, and Dave O was the first driver to win back-to-back Copper World Championships as combined winners. Dave O is the defending non-wing winner as well as the defending wing winner. Rob Ward, a former non-wing winner, is in here tonight, as is Keith Powell, a former wing super modified winner, and Nelson Rodriguez, a two-time wing winner here at the Copper World Classic. So there are going to be some hot dogs out there. Dave O establishing a new track record for the non-wing super modifieds at 21.189, breaking his one-year-old record of 21.292 earlier in time trials. Dave O also the fastest in the wing super modifieds, 22 seconds, .346. That's brings you up to speed on what's going on here at the SUPRS Copper World Classic. Let's give you the starting lineup for our first non-wing heat race. Heat races have been divided up with your slow qualifiers and fast qualifiers split up between the two. The drivers are looking to get into the top 3 positions to get there to be eligible for the feature race inversion.